Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you
Welcome
said you
back
don't
to the
think of
Stealing
me,
Home
but
Show,
what
the
you
most
doing on
unserious
Sunday?
baseball show
Tell
on the
me
planet,
what you're
hosted by the
drinking, we can
best
go pour
brother-sister duo in baseball. I'm Anthony. I'm here, as always, with my lovely sister, Lisa. And we're back. We missed last week because of technical difficulties. Yep. And we might be a little bit rusty, but we've had 2 weeks to prepare. We've had 2 weeks to plan. And I can unequivocally, with all sincerity, without a shadow of a doubt, say that this will be the best show we've ever had. We've had 2 weeks.
Yeah. I believe you. You know,
You have no choice to.
I was gonna say, can't say that I'm as confident in my performance, but I think this episode is gonna be amazing.
Yes. Before we get into
here.
all the baseball shenanigans, 2 weeks left in the season, guys. We made it. 2 weeks left in the season. But if you enjoy our show, if you enjoy the videos we make, be sure to subscribe. Let us know how much you love or hate us. And whether or not you love us or hate us, we're going to be back. We're going to do this every week for the rest of our lives. We're going to be doing this. So,
Which is tough to imagine, but you know
It's true.
what I signed up for when I signed that lifelong contract. It's kind of like when you join Sea Org, you're just like stuck on the show
okay,
forever.
let's not get Sea Org on us. Okay.
So anyway, please
Friends,
comment
not
and
enemies. Friends, not
I am
enemies.
stuck. I am stuck on this show. Please comment and like and subscribe. Thank you.
All right. Well, what's the song of the day? I heard you singing it. Go ahead and sing it.
I'm
before
not
we get into baseball.
I'm not singing for the stream or whatever we call this, the video.
I'll sing my song of the day. My song of the day is
Okay.
My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Cause I'm in
And we
the
all know
days
it's a lot of things that are wrong with you.
of your love, you see.
Most things are
I
wrong.
came back to let you know.
You know not what's not wrong? That we are only 2 weeks out from postseason baseball, which seems incredible. I don't know how we got here. It feels like we've been doing this my entire life, and then also like we just started. Does that make sense? So do you want to get into the midweek results?
Yes, I can. All right, let's go ahead and look at it. So we had a rematch of the World Series. Arizona Diamondbacks, Texas Rangers. Guess what? 2-game series, straight to the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are back, but are they back enough? We'll look at that. The Milwaukee Brewers. Damn, am I like 90 years old? I'm over here saying the Milwaukee Braves. The Milwaukee Brewers beat the Giants. Cardinals beat the Reds. Cubs beat Los Angeles. They're kind of just hanging. They're hanging. Still in first place.
When you're at the top, I guess you don't really care. You just gotta get to
Sitting
September.
at the top, nightmares
Or
at the bottom. Song of the day.
Okay.
There's gonna be like 5 song of the days throughout this
And
show.
I'm tracking.
All right, that's 2. Count them 2. Braves and Nationals split. Yankees beating the Kansas City Royals at home. The Yankees had a good, I guess, week last week. I think it was a pretty good week. We'll get into a little bit more of their series against the Red Sox. Mets and Jays. The Mets handle business. Rockies away. They're a terrible team away. Average team at home. They lose to the Tigers, which, watch out. The Tigers, they're finding themselves in the middle of a playoff run, which no one saw at the beginning of this year, I don't think. The Red Sox beat the Orioles. Oakland beat the Astros. Pirates sweeping the Marlins, who don't care. Equally and maybe less caring out there in Chicago. The White Sox also got swept by the Guardians. Padres and Seattle split. Phillies, a rematch of the 2008 World Series with the Rays. The Rays, most average team in baseball, starting to lose that moniker as they are not average. They're actually below average now. So they are losing a lot of games. They got swept. And the Twins whooping up on Ron Washington's team, who I'm sad for, the Angels. Anything midweek you want to hit on?
No, let's keep moving.
We'll go into the weekend series. Brewers versus the Backs. The Backs go back to not being back for this series, at least. The Brewers handle business there. Padres sweeping the Giants. Padres sweeping the Giants. Dude, you know, it's kind of crazy how these people on ESPN do this for a living. And I'm over here like, the Padres beat the Giants. Like, people would hate me on TV.
I'll say this: they've had a lot more practice than you, so
is true.
don't be so hard on yourself.
That is true. But we're going to do this for the rest of our lives, so I have no choice but to get better.
It starts now, yeah. But by year 20, you're gonna be like you're gonna have like a radio voice.
Yeah, it'd be the San Diego Padres defeated.
Yeah.
Going into New York, the New York Yankees handle business against the Boston Red Sox, defeating them 3-4. Yeah, that was a good series. Judge got out of his Paw Patrol slump, which we'll talk about in the next segment.
I was excited to talk about this last week. I'm glad we're bringing it back up this week.
All right, cool. Yeah, I know, same. I had it slated for last week, but we had the TD. The TD hit us real hard last week.
You know what is not getting hit with the TD real hard?
What's that?
Any team that plays against Florida State. Anyway, let's continue.
You're not wrong. Braves beat the Dodgers. Damn, you're down bad. You got your Florida State Cup.
I am not well.
Braves beat the Dodgers in Atlanta. The Nationals beat the Marlins. Cubs and Rockies, I didn't have a score there because I'm literally the dumbest person on earth. Don't know what happened there. Blue Jays swept the other bird team, the St. Louis Cardinals. Rangers, after getting a 2-game series sweep by the Diamondbacks, they're also handed one by the Seattle Mariners. The Tigers beat the Orioles. So watch out. The Tigers now, I know the Rockies are the Rockies, but now they beat the Orioles.
Are we on the hunt?
Now they beat the Orioles. Yeah, the Tigers are on the hunt. They're on the prowl.
They're about to pounce.
They're about to pounce, girl. And the Astros obviously sweep the Ron Washington Angels. It's kind of sad.
Are Royals, they still the Ron Washington Angels at this point? Like, do you think he's been like, no, I don't co-sign this anymore?
No, that's not how he operates. That's not how he operates.
You know what? You're right. I respect Ron. I'm here for Ron.
He's there. He's all in no matter what. Now, that's what makes him good. The Royals and the Pirates, Royals handle business there. Average team in baseball. Most below average team in baseball. I don't know how to put that. But the Rays split with the Guardians. The Phillies beat the Mets. Now, the White Sox handle business. They won a series. I wonder how many series they've won, but they won a series against the Oakland A's.
It doesn't matter. We just got to put some wins on unless you want to break the record for something and loses.
And the Reds beat the Twins in their series. But let me ask you this. You talk about the Florida State Seminoles. Who's going to have a worse season this year? The White Sox or the Seminoles?
Well, that's a good question. If you were to consider the fact that there's less games played in football, then we'd have to take the overall standing. Currently, the Seminoles have yet to win a game, so it would be them, I would say.
Let's say each game in college football is worth 10 wins. So if you win one game, then you win 10 for in baseball terms.
So they've lost 30 games in a row, and that's I think what the White Sox were about to streak on, but then didn't. So
they're
still
streaking.
The Seminoles. Still the Seminoles. So
yeah, I think so. The White Sox with 2 weeks left. Please don't finish the season with a win total in the 30s. Please get 5 more wins. It's going to be tough to do.
They can do it. I believe in them. I do believe in them.
They're going to have to go 5-10.
I believe in them.
I don't believe in it when I put it like that. You do not believe in it when I put it like that. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings and where we sit right now. March to October. So we got the. Go ahead.
It's the March to October. Are you showing the American League for Christ's sake?
Yes, lady. It's been 2 weeks, but yes, I know last time you were complaining.
It's alphabetic order, okay? It's American League and then the National League.
Whatever.
Whatever. Hey, who could have seen it coming? Look, we've got 2 more weeks to October, so the paint is not dry on these standings yet, and things could still change. But so far in the AL East, we've got the Yankees leading, the Orioles back 3, and then all the teams behind them. Did we see this happening? Because the last episode, I believe that we did record, I said that I saw the Yankees going into the playoffs or, being the winners. And you said that you saw the Orioles. How do we feel about this right now, given that being your prediction before?
The Orioles are kind of playing like crap right now. They're not. Let me see what they are in the last 10 games. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. I mean, they just lost to the Tigers and the Red Sox. The Red Sox are no pushovers in either the Tigers, but if you're the Baltimore Orioles, you're supposed to be one of the best, if not one of the best in the American League, and you're getting beat by the Rockies or by the Tigers and the Red Sox. It's not a good look.
And the Yankees have just been, I mean, I know we're going to talk about Aaron Judge, so I won't belabor this. We can move on to the next divisions, but, they're 7-3. So it's one of those things that, we've talked about it before. Timing's everything, especially as we get closer to the playoffs. Like, you just got to get hot when it's time to act, when it matters, which is right now.
Well, they got 2 weeks. If you're an Orioles fan, good news. You got 2 weeks to turn it around and get hot. That's all you need. Honestly, like a 1 week, 2 weeks of baseball to get hot in October.
I keep running into Orioles fans who don't know that I'm a Yankees fan, and I secretly root for their demise, which I feel like is worse Yeah, and then if I just said like I hope you guys lose in the back of the meeting, I'm like, oh, I hope you lose.
Like
Um,
some voodoo stuff you got going on.
we'll talk about that
And you
later.
do love New
Anyway,
Orleans. We will? What? Oh, okay. I guess we will.
yeah, we
Yeah.
will.
All right. Yep. And then the
In the
Central's kind
AL
of blown open.
Central,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, look, Guardians are still, like you said, the Royals are nothing to scoff at. They're a good team, but the Guardians are still ahead. Royals behind by 4 games. Definitely, I think playoff contenders. They'll be. I don't see that changing. And as far as the Tigers making a run, while that's maybe true, they're still behind the Twins. So I
Wild
think,
card. If
yeah,
we look at the wild card.
We'll talk about, yeah. I'm just going through right now. I'll talk about the wild card in a second. And then the ALOS. Look, I'm not often wrong, but
Dude, you're so fucking wrong. Excuse my French.
I I feel like I've been let down by the Mariners this year, and so I now have a personal vendetta against them. I'm very upset that this is where we've turned out. Look, we've still got 2 more weeks. Mariners are only 4.5 games behind. Please, can we just put the Astros to bed? Can we do what needs to be done? They're a team that needs to start winning and winning quickly. As far as the
They're
wild card
they're
goes,
down
sorry.
4.5. The Mariners are down 4.5 to the Astros, and they do have a 3-game series, the second to last series of the year. They
Is
play.
it against the White Sox?
No, it's against the Astros. They have 3 games against the Astros. So if they sweep them, then they're down 1.5. You got 1.5 games to make up.
It could happen. It could happen. Weirder things. Look, I called it very early when we started uh, our playoff watch. The American League was always going to be the league for chaos, right? And you see that in the wild card. So right now, we've got the Orioles, the Royals, and the Twins, for the wild card. Do we think like, where do you think that's going to met out at this point?
Low key, I don't see, I've said this. I'm not a big Twins truther. I was not
I
a
don't
big
think so either.
I was not a big Guardians truther either. I thought they'd lose the division, but I think they'll stay in the division. They'll win that.
Which, by the way, I said.
You did say. But I
I
think
did
that
say
the
that.
Twins are gonna fall. I don't actually. My heart wants Detroit to make the playoffs just because it's a Cinderella
Detroit.
story. Yeah, Detroit. I want Detroit to make the play. Did I say Detroit? I said
I
Detroit.
don't know, but that's what I heard.
Oh, damn it, dude. What's wrong with me? I'm speaking like a toddler today. But yeah,
It's
I don't
late.
know.
Like,
I think my heart wants Detroit, but the Twins, I feel like they're gonna keep it.
see, so the Tigers and the Mariners are both 2.5 games behind. And if I have to pick, I want the Mariners to come in. Um, and I want the Twins out. I'm with you. I'm not a big Twins truther. I don't get it. I didn't even get it last year when they made the playoffs last year. But maybe that's what we're gonna see again, is that these people just figure out a way to make it to October, and then I guess that's just gonna be what it is.
Now I'm looking
Moving
at the
into
Tigers' schedule right now. They have 3
yeah,
games against Kansas City. It's gonna be tough. They
that
got
is
3
tough.
games against Baltimore, which depends on what Baltimore team you get. Are they gonna be good or are they gonna be? I mean, they already beat
Well,
them recently.
and that's going to be a team, by the way, against both of those teams that they're going to really want those
You're
wins.
playing 2
So,
playoff teams. You're playing 2 playoff
yeah.
teams. Then you got the Rays, which they're scrappy. They can beat you sometimes. And then you got the White Sox, so 3 easy wins there. But other than that, you're playing 2
Oh,
playoff teams and a scrappy team.
see, I think any team should be scared about the White Sox right now because you might
I
be,
want to hear.
if
This is
you're
very important. I want to hear the because here. Make this make sense.
okay, because let's say you're the Tigers, right, in this situation.
Okay, I'm a
Um,
Tiger.
you're facing down the Orioles, you're facing the Royals. What was the other team you said, and then the White Sox?
The Rays,
The
the most
Rays.
forgettable team. The
Okay,
Ways.
right. The ways, yes. Like the app. So your eyes are going to be focused on the Orioles and the Royals, 2 teams that you honestly need to win, but that you know are going to be coming for your throat too. It's very easy to forget the White Sox and to think that you're going to have it in the bag. So you start thinking that way, and next thing you know, you get swept by the White Sox. I'm just saying, it's happened before. We see it happen all the time when teams don't put, um, they feel it's like they go into a game thinking they already won. So I think any team like the Tigers that's facing the White Sox in the next 2 weeks, you cannot discount them. Like, don't just take it as an easy win because that's how you're going to end up losing to the White Sox and missing the playoffs. What am I looking at?
Stop focusing, is it?
It's not focusing now.
I'm trying to show you the White Sox record.
Yeah,
35
I
and
know. I
115.
understand. They're at 233, right?
That's a
Like,
wild way to put it. Just say 233. Like the win
whatever.
percentage. Their win percentage is 233. Their win percentage
Sorry.
is calculated at 230 point
Hold on.
233 one thousandths.
Hold on.
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ. Those aren't nerdy enough. Those actually look pretty cool. You need some.
Oh, thanks. Okay, yeah. So whatever. Yeah, I get it. But this is why you should. This is why you should be scared. I'm always scared of these loser teams at the end of the year because you're not paying attention to them.
If
That's all
Florida
I'm saying.
State wasn't 0-3 right now, you wouldn't be saying that. You'd be like, oh yeah, storm.
That's not true. I said that, and you know that. You know that every single game.
That is true. You're a nervous
yeah.
Nelly when it comes to that.
I am. I'm just like passionate. That's all. Moving into the National League, Phillies are ahead by quite a lot, right? But that's not really the story for the East. I think we all kind of saw the Phillies winning. What is, I think, the most interesting story, and one I think we'll get to later, so I don't know, I'll let you tell me how much we want to talk about it, but is the race for number 2, for that wild card spot, between the Braves and the Mets. So they're both tied right now, and I think they're going to be playing each other soon, right?
I'm not sure. Are they?
I think they are, but
Why would you leave me with the cliffhanger like that? I don't know. Tell me. You tell me.
Well, you've been saying all the
Yeah, but I wasn't prepared. I've been looking at it. Well, I don't just know. I don't know every team's schedule off the top of my head.
Help me out here.
Yeah, you put me right on the spot. Like they're gonna be playing each other, right? And I'm like, shit. I don't know. Am I supposed to be the baseball expert here? I don't know how this show works.
I believe they will be playing each other soon. I'm not 100% certain on that.
Yes, they will. They have a 3-game series, September 24th through 26th at Atlanta. So
next week they'll be playing each other. They're currently tied. This is going to be a really huge series for both of them. I think particularly the Mets, because I think there was definitely a point in the season where both of us thought, oh wow, the Mets have some staying power. They could actually make the playoffs. And then I think we kind of forgot about that.
No, and then there was a point of the season, actually the first part of the season, we were like, the Mets might be the worst team in history. They're so dysfunctional. Remember, they had a pitcher on their team who everyone mistook his words and thought he said that he plays for the worst team in the league.
And then they got rid of him.
And then they got rid of him. And then they got good, because then they got somebody on their side who may be a demonic purple monster. But we'll talk.
We'll talk about that.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But yeah, the Mets have a gauntlet that they're gonna play. They're gonna play Milwaukee, the Phillies, and Atlanta. Everyone has 4 teams they're gonna play left. They got 4 series left, and the Phillies have to go play Milwaukee, Philly, Atlanta. Oh, and that's 3, and then the 4th one is the Nationals, which are a good, that's a scrappy team. That's the Mets. That's the Mets road.
Oh, that's the Mets.
Philly, best team in the National League. Atlanta, good team. Milwaukee, first place in the Central. Washington, scrappy team. Got to watch out. So the Mets road is going to be hard.
Yeah, but, if they make it through, then they definitely earned it. And I'd be proud of them. I don't know if I'm rooting for them yet just because they scare me. But it would be a really cool story if they did.
I'd rather see the Mets in the playoffs than Atlanta. And that's just because they're kind of fun to watch.
I agree. I want it for the memes, if nothing else.
Yeah, be good for baseball.
And yeah, it's good for baseball, and they're fun. Like you said, they're fun to watch, and they're a fun group of people. As much as they sometimes annoy me by being, trying to be pop stars and everything, like I think it's worth.
I just had to record you saying that the Mets were fun to watch because you always say they're scared of you. That's me paparazzi flashing.
They are, but yeah, they are. They are fun. Anyway, look, NL Central. Let's talk about them. The Brewers, baby, let's go.
Yeah, your team.
My second team. They're
just
out
because everyone
there.
else is a crap team in that division.
Okay? You want to say that about the Cubs? Is that how you feel?
Yeah, it is how I feel.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
That is how I feel.
Just know that we're gonna get a text message about that later, probably. Anyway,
I don't care. If he watches this, Levi, the Cubs stink, and you know it, dude. He'll agree with me.
No, but the Brewers are basically running uncontested here. I don't think there's going to be anyone who's going to be able to catch up to them, honestly, at all.
It's impossible.
So that's out on that, and we'll talk about the wild card in a second. And then moving out to the West, we've got the Dodgers. 3.5 games behind, though, are the Padres. Do the Padres have what it takes to at least catch up or overtake the Dodgers? I don't know, Ant. What do you think?
Let me see. The Dodgers do play the Padres 3 more times.
Okay.
At home. I don't think so, though. I don't think it's happening. Now, if it does, that'd be crazy, but I don't think it's happening. If it does happen, though, it's because the Dodgers are running into some starting pitching injuries. Like Tyler Glasnow's out again. Yamamoto, I think, is coming back, but they're kind of getting beat up in the starting rotation. The Padres, though, they're a scary team. When you play them in October, watch out, because they're a team that could take off. They're kind of like the Phillies. They're just built for
They
October.
are. And the good news for any Padre fan out there is that even if the Padres, don't overtake the Dodgers, they have a very good chance of making the playoffs. I mean, right now they're leading the they're leading the wild card race. Behind them are the Diamondbacks, and then of course, as we mentioned, this tie right now between the Braves and the Mets. So, I mean, it seems like the NL is shaping up pretty much how we thought it would. You called it a while ago that the Diamondbacks were back. They're definitely proving to be so.
Well,
I'm excited.
that wasn't like a big call. I'm not proud of that call, just because I feel like
Okay.
that was visual.
You know,
You could see that. You could
Here
feel
I
that.
am, just trying to give you your flowers.
No,
Just
no,
trying
I
to-
want my flowers when I said the
Okay.
Cardinals were a real team for like that month period where they
like-
were.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I just want
But-
those. I want those.
Okay. You can have them. I want my flowers for calling the Brewers pretty early. Okay, fine. Anyway, so I'm excited to see the Padres entering the playoffs. I think that's going to be really fun. I'm excited to see maybe some sort of Dodgers-Padres situation going on in October. I think that would be really fun, particularly with the rivalry. But of course, I will be rooting for the Brewers. So,
I think Mets fans, though, if you're watching Mets and Braves, I mean, the Mets, I don't know if you're a fan of that team, I don't know what you're feeling like, but I saw this on Twitter. I feel like this might capture it pretty well. Do you see that picture with the two dogs? And it says Mets fans trying not to jinx it. The Mets winning a lot, just staring them right in the face. It's like, don't move, don't acknowledge it. Just ride it out until
How do
October.
you think, what's that guy's name? Frank the Tank?
Frank
How do you
the
think
Tank?
he feels?
Dude,
Do we
I don't know. He's been throwing
Do
first
we have a
pitches
pulse
out.
on Frank the Tank news?
He's been throwing first pitches out for every other team. So I don't know what's going on with him.
Well, no, look, if you're a Mets fan, you have to feel good. And honestly, if I was a betting woman, which we know I sometimes am,
She has a problem.
I would put my money on the Mets actually making it. I think the runs that they've been on this year, I feel like they kind of have the energy of a team that can they win the World Series this year?
No.
Okay, here's why I say that though. Because I watch these baseball documentaries, not often, but it happens. It's been known to happen. And like it'll be a team where like a bunch of crazy stuff happens and they're all weird characters and like the entire year there's like all this weird stuff happening and then they like come from behind and have this amazing season and then they like win and it's like a huge deal and then they don't win again for 20 years. But like that one team of misfits was like
Maybe.
the guy.
Maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they give me that energy. Like I watched him and I'm like, this is. I know I've
I
had my
feel that.
bones to pick with all this stuff, but it is fun at the end of the day. And like I watch him and I'm like, this feels like I'm watching a Netflix documentary of them making. Like, am I gonna have to be watching a documentary about oh my god, Grimace and like whatever other shit they did this year?
Hawk
Because
to a girl.
they actually won the World Series? Like what is going on?
Maybe. I mean, the best teams in baseball are usually the ones with the best team chemistry, and they definitely have team chemistry. So
Remember when all we talked about with the Mets was them sucking and Pete Alonso dancing and
Yeah.
how
And that
Mets
pitcher
fans
getting
were
thrown
pissed off that he was dancing at a concert after a loss. And now here we are, guys. I'm excited for you.
look how far we've come.
Look how far we've come.
So the Mets are doing all this crazy stuff with Grimace, Hawk Tua, dancing around. Oh my God, Jose Iglesias singing his song.
And then you say it, and I'm like, the Hawk Tua thing also pisses me off, but we don't have to talk about it.
But they're doing all this crazy stuff. The one time that a Yankees player tries to do this, same city, Aaron Judge goes on Paw Patrol, and he gets hit with the biggest slump of his life. Maybe a little bit of an exaggeration. But yes, Aaron Judge appeared on Paw Patrol on August 26th. Now, he's broken out of this slump as of late with that last series against the Red Sox. But before the series against the Red Sox, since August 26th, Aaron Judge's first appearance on Paw Patrol, the Yankees went 7-8, leading into that Boston series where they won 3 out of 4. Good series for New York. But before that, 7-8. Judge was 12 for 58, batting .206 with 21 strikeouts. Again, 58 at-bats, 21 strikeouts. Not a good percentage there. And zero, count them, zero home runs. And then Boston, he kind of woke up. So maybe he just had to see some of the Red Sox come into the Bronx to wake up. But I don't know, Lisa. How legit is this Paw Patrol slump for Aaron Judge? And what is the likeliness that he goes back for a second episode?
Yeah, probably not very likely if I had to guess. I think someone probably in the Yankees front office is like cursing the Paw Patrol producers for letting this air at a time when we needed him to be not in a slump. Look, okay, here's my theory on this. I have nothing to back this up, but a strong sense in my gut. I think what you're seeing on one side of New York is the power of a cartoon character that comes to this world. For what
Oh,
purpose?
no.
We don't know. We don't know. Why is he here? What is he doing? I don't trust this guy. I don't.
Who is it you're
What we
talking
saw
about?
What we saw with Aaron Judge was him going into the cartoon world. And I think that's where the problem lies. I think you have to bring the cartoon powers out, like what's that basketball movie that I'm spacing on the name
Space
right
Jam.
now? Space Jam. Yeah, you can't go into the cartoon world. That's when things get crazy. You got to have them come here. So that's what I think happened here with Paw Patrol. Sad to see it because obviously he's not on pace for whatever record it was that he was going to be on pace for before. But I think they can fight it. I think they just have to, cleanse him.
Well, he's back.
Maybe get
Somehow
like an
he got
exorcist.
cleansed. Somehow
Yeah,
he got
no, he's
cleansed.
good. Maybe that's what they did. Is they called a priest, something that they probably should
No,
have
the
done.
Red Sox just came
in
to
Queens
town. The Red
a while
Sox just
ago.
came to town. So he must have awoken some kind of deep Yankee
The
kind
spirit of the
aura
Yankees, like
when
yeah.
the Red Sox
But that's
came.
what I think.
Yeah.
I think we should be more concerned about the cartoons that are coming here. And if anyone thinks that this is a really weird tangent or
Do you want to
rant
at
go on,
anybody? What cartoons are in the real world right
yeah,
now?
Grimace. We should be scared.
Seems to be working for somebody.
I've been on this for months now since he turned up. I don't think this is smart to allow these creatures to inhabit our world. But sure, fine. I guess for baseball's sake, it's fun. No,
Keep
if you
them.
think
You're
I'm
saying
crazy-
keep them in their area and keep us in our area.
I'm just
Very
saying.
very 1950s take,
I didn't
Lisa.
say that. I'm just saying
You say stay where you belong.
when these creatures come to our world and we haven't done studies yet.
So they're
if-
creatures.
Well, what is Grimace? You tell me. Because we know what the Paw
He's
Patrol
a
guys
taste
are.
bud. He's a taste bud. I've heard.
He's not.
He's not a
actually.
taste bud?
No.
Oh, wow. You've
And
done more.
Clearly, you didn't listen to my entire
You said he was a
script.
taste bud.
No.
Yes,
Anyway,
you did. That did happen.
We know. This is my point. We know what the Paw Patrol guys are. Okay, I've seen
They're
a dog.
dogs.
I've seen one. I've touched a dog before. I've never seen a Grimace in the wild. That thing is not natural. Where was he made?
Someone's
Who
mind.
is controlling him? Who sent him?
All right.
Sorry,
fair.
is this the rant you wanted?
I guess. I don't know. I just think it's hilarious that slumps happen, but this was dubbed the Paw Patrol slump. And I don't
It
know
was
if he's
funny.
ever gonna go back on another episode. I mean, Mookie
can't.
Betts was on Paw Patrol, but Andrew McCutcheon, or maybe Mookie wasn't, but Andrew McCutcheon was on Paw Patrol as a dog, because Andrew McCutcheon and furries have a little history. So maybe that's the problem, is that Aaron Judge went as himself and not a dog.
That's
So
true.
the only thing I
Also,
think.
didn't his dog and his wife also appear in that episode of Paw Patrol?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I have to admit, I'm sorry to tell the fans, I did not watch that episode of Paw Patrol. Do my due diligence as a MLB sports journalist.
That's fine. I am going to be doing a little bit of a harder look at what is going on this year with these characters that just keep popping up. So, teaser, if you're interested, keep watch for one of our extra innings videos that is going to be covering what exactly is going on with all these cartoon characters in 2024 season, particularly with
I'll say it
Grimace.
for what it is. This is a political hit piece on Grimace. Okay? I don't condone this. Every video she makes is her. Every video I make is me. She's making a political hit piece on Grimace during election season. And I think, quite frankly, it's gross. It's gross. And it's not what we need in this kind of political climate.
Oh, actually, I think what we need is more transparency, and that's what I'm gonna do. The real journalism that we don't see is I'm going boots on the ground into McDonald land. I'm going to find the truth. I'm going to bring it to our watchers because that's our viewers want to see the truth. and that's what I'm gonna give you. So
I'm
stay
just gonna let you
tuned.
know before you watch this documentary. Keep in mind the source. Okay. Keep in mind the source.
Unbiased, your source for unbiased cartoon news, right here.
It's a political hit piece on my boy. All right. Um, let's stay on Yankees. I didn't mean to make this a Yankee themed episode, but I guess we're gonna have to. Gerrit Cole over the last week has really let me down, and I'm not the biggest Cole fan. I like the way he pitches, but I think sometimes he can be a little bit of a wussy.
Oh, what's that?
And he was a wussy. Do you know what happened with Gerrit Cole this week?
I do not know what
All
happened
right.
with Gerrit
Well,
Cole this week.
essentially, Gerrit Cole was being a fat wussy. That's my opinion. But let me get yours here.
Oh,
So in an
okay.
interview,
All right, place for unbiased news. Yeah, thanks. Go ahead.
clearly, I mean that's just an objective fact. Once you hear what I tell
Right.
you right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Breaking news:
Alright.
Gerrit Cole is now a giant wussy. Last week he was asked by a Spanish reporter, because it's Spanish Heritage Month, which is weird because it's not a whole month. It's in the middle of 2 months. Let's figure that out. Is that because it's supposed to be in September and Spanish people are always late, so it's in the middle of September and October? Maybe.
I hate that. I hate that, and like that stereotype because I'm always on time, and
No,
also,
the hell you're not, actually. So it's also a
well,
Spanish stereotype that these Spanish women lie out here, guys. Be careful. These Spanish women
okay.
lie, and they do
Yeah,
political hit pieces.
I think it has to do with the fact that the man's trying to keep us down. That's what I think.
Sure. Either way,
And
Gerrit Cole.
the man is Grimace. Just so you know. Go ahead.
Breaking news: Gerrit Cole. You like the rolling the R's there for Spanish Heritage Month?
Yeah.
Breaking news: Gerrit Cole, giant wussy. Spanish interview asked him, "What's the toughest Dominican hitter to face? Which one are you most scared of?" And he says Rafael Devers. Rafael Devers is the Red Sox third baseman. Sometimes plays first, I believe, but he's the Red Sox third baseman. And I don't know about you, that's a red flag right there. Even if the guy owns me, which Devers does own Gerrit Cole. Devers' stats against Gerrit Cole in his career: 14 for 40. That's a 350 batting average with 8 home runs. 14 hits, 8 of them being home runs against Gerrit Cole. Yeah, he's got your number, buddy, and 20 RBIs. But still, even if a guy was 40 for 40 off of me, I'm not admitting that he owns me. I might think it. Other people might say it. But you're not hearing that out of my mouth. You're not. So he says that last week. Now, the Red Sox come to town next couple days. Yankees end up winning 3 out of 4. But on the game that Gerrit Cole pitched, Devers came up with nobody out, or 1 out, nobody on. And Gerrit Cole hits the intentional walk on Rafael Devers with nobody on. He says, "I don't want to pitch to you." He throws up the 4 fingers and sends him the first. Kind of a wussy move. Maybe not as wussy if you don't say the words from before saying that you're scared of Devers, but it's definitely wussy because you be a man, challenge him. You're Gerrit Cole. You got paid $300 million to pitch for the Yankees, and you're out here walking guys with nobody on base because you're too scared to pitch to them. That doesn't sound like a $300 million pitcher. That doesn't sound like a Yankee ace that you would be proud of if you're a Yankee fan. Lisa, your opinion.
So there's another Spanish stereotype that I was hoping that you would prove me right on and give a great example of, which is that all our men are machismo and that they are basically super bullheaded and stubborn. And I think what you guys, viewers,
You're really
are
going to
watching
defend Gerrit Wussy Cole here?
what you're seeing, viewers, is a perfect example of that. See, here's the thing. I like a man who's honest. And so if I asked him a question and he answered
Oh my God.
in honesty that we can see with stats, I'm not going to get mad at him. Furthermore, you know that I am a huge fan of the bunt. But why? Because I think that the bunt, there's no glory in it, right? When you put down a bunt, like, yeah, it can be a good bunt, but you want to hit away. Like, nobody wants to be the guy who just like puts down a bunt. But I find it really attractive because I'm like, wow, he's sacrificing.
Why are we
for
taking
his
it down this
team.
avenue of like...
My point is, that's why I like the bunt, because sometimes you have to do things that maybe don't make you look amazing, but help your team win. And that's all I'm seeing from Gerrit Cole.
Giving a guy
Look,
a free pass is helping your team win?
if the guy's gonna hit a home run off of him, just walk him on, and then you've already got an out. You just need 2 more. Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're almost to October. We need to win games. I don't need your pride getting in the way. Now, did he need to do the interview? No. But if he's honest, and if the stats show it out, which it does, what is he supposed to say? I'm not scared of anyone. Maybe I don't know if the actual interview question was like scared. That seems weird to me. But like, if he says who do I not want to face, and he says this guy, and
It's
then
like
you look at the stats, and you're
yeah, he's like, oh, Devers owns me essentially, which he does. But don't say that. Don't admit that. Where's the competitive spirit?
I see an honest man who's willing to do what he has to do for his team, and I applaud it.
I hate this. This
I'm
is not
here for
sports. This is not sports. This is not sports.
It is to me.
No, it's not. This is
You know
not
what?
sports.
No, it is sports. Look,
No, it's not.
you don't want a bro take.
I
You
want to punch
my
a
take.
dude in the face. I want to punch a dude in the face. No, this is sports.
I also want fights. You know that, okay?
No, this is not a fight. This is not a fight.
I'm
This
not
guy,
saying
he's at four. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. Go take first base. You see Rocky? You remember Rocky? He got punched over and over and over and over again, just like Gerrit Cole. No, let me make a point.
The same guy.
No.
Who's okay when they just walk outside of the dugout and stand there
No,
like
let
they
me make a
do
point.
nothing.
You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. What happened in the Rocky movie? Why was Rocky lost that fight in Rocky 1 against Apollo Creed? But why did he really win? Because he kept getting up. He didn't quit, and he went the distance with Apollo Creed. Now, Gerrit Cole, he tapped out first round. That is so weak. Where is the competitive spirit? Where is the? It's a sport.
This is not
Rocky.
a solo sport. This is a team sport. No one can be bigger than the team.
No, you're dumb.
We all no.
Dumb.
That's the truth.
No, dumb.
That is
Because
the truth.
it is solo. Baseball's a team
is.
sport, but in this asset, it's a team sport with individual situations, which is fun, and that's
Sure.
what makes baseball fun.
All team sports have individual situations.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't put yourself and your glory over the team. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, you definitely can. Yes, you
No,
definitely
you
can.
cannot.
Because
You're
you get
a
paid.
shit
No,
team member.
yes, you can. Because when you get paid $300 million to pitch, you do that.
He's getting he's getting paid $300 million
To pitch.
to win,
To dominate.
games,
To
win
dominate.
games,
To run through a dude's face.
However, I don't care if he has to. I don't care what he has to do to win those games. If he can win those games, then by all means, get your $300 million. I don't care. Win the game.
No,
That's
bad.
what I want.
That's not sports. You don't back down. Never back down.
I
Never what?
don't care how the win
Too
comes.
legit.
Look,
Too
I don't
legit
care.
to quit.
No.
Too legit.
No.
You're like, oh, I quit.
He didn't quit. He let a guy walk so they could win the game. That's a difference. Whatever. We're not going to see eye to eye on
Song
this.
of the day.
I'm not going
Song of the
to
day. That's the
shame-
third song of the day.
I'm not going to shame Gerrit Cole for this. I'm fine with it. If they win, just win the damn game.
Even though
That's all I
Gerrit
care
Cole,
about.
I think that was a wussy move. Later in the game, Rafael Devers came up with the bases loaded, and you obviously can't walk him in that situation. And he ended up getting a 2 RBI base hit. So I knew you were gonna. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you're still a wussy. For walking him with nobody on, nobody out. And my point is, I get what you're saying. I'm just being a dummy and a little bit hard headed.
You're living a stereotype. It's okay.
No, but
I
that's sports.
It's
Like,
good to give people examples.
That's sports. So what the guy
encouragement.
got you? So what the guy homers off you 20% of the time, which is insane. 1 out of every 5 at bats, he's gonna hit a home run. Who cares? You're Gerrit Cole. Like, look, this is the whole thing about sports: is you turn the page, you say he might have homered off me 10 times before, but today, not this time. Miracle on ice type stuff. Miracle on ice.
Did they win that game?
The Red Sox won that game, I believe. But
Oh, damn. Okay.
Miracle on ice type stuff. They might have won. They might have lost. I don't know. They might have lost. Because
What day was it? Do you know?
Aaron Judge, whenever Cole started, but Aaron Judge did come up and hit a grand slam with grand slam to take the lead against the Red Sox, and it might have been that game. But what I'm saying is, though, Miracle on ice, 9 out of 10 times they beat us, but not tonight. Not
Yeah, it wasn't
tonight,
good.
Lisa. That's one of the best sports speeches ever. 9 out of 10 times they beat us, but not tonight. You don't get that when you throw up the fours and throw them on first base.
We're gonna have to.
You're pretty
agree
much
to
saying,
disagree.
oh, hey, Rafael Devers, I left my door unlocked. You can come in my kitchen and steal all my food and make any kind of sandwich you want because you're in my kitchen. You live in my house rent-free. You live rent-free. That's messed up.
We'll just
but-
have to agree to disagree.
We will. All right, let's go ahead and look at your favorite part of the show.
It's time for fair or foul.
The first one we got, we're going to talk about Grimace here. The New York Mets have put a purple seat in their stadium to honor Grimace. A little bit of like a homage to the Red Sox. They have a red seat out in right field for the longest home run ever hit
Well,
in
the
Fenway
Rays
Park.
and the Rays have two. They have a blue and a yellow.
I think one's for Wade Boggs home run, 3,000 hit, and the other one is Dan Johnson home run.
Yes, you are right.
So, yeah, what do you think about this fair or foul? Grimace seat out in I don't think, I mean, did Grimace hit a home run here during batting practice? Why is it that seat in particular? Fair or
Here's
foul?
my problem. Look, guys, we're going too far. I'm not going to do the rant again. We already talked about it with Paw Patrol. I don't trust this guy. I don't know why he's here. I don't know what his intentions are. And you're giving him all this power. Look, he didn't hit a home run. I don't know why this.
He might have hit a home run. We don't know.
Also.
See, the political bias is coming out. How do you know he didn't hit a home run?
Maybe I had the C when, I don't know, he takes you to the playoffs or you win a World Series. Like if all this happened with Grimace,
he takes you to the playoffs, like he's on the
and
team.
when if all this happened and they won a World Series, then yeah, I could see it, and I would honestly be even more scared of the power of Grimace in this world, and I would hold my rosary a little closer. But to do it now seems a bit premature. I don't like it. I'm
Also,
calling it foul. It's foul.
Look at the nameplate.
I know. It's Grimace's signature. They
Is
all
that
have
how he writes? That's a stereotypical serial killer handwriting right there. I'll be honest with you.
Actually, you know what? As part of my documentary, I think I'm gonna get a handwriting specialist to take a look at that and really give us like a view of into the mind of this person who could write like that.
Yeah, you should, because that's scary right there. I'm gonna be honest. That's scary.
Yeah,
Not even dotting the I, drawing a circle for the I. That's just unnecessary.
It's weird. It's weird.
Let me ask you, definitely a seat that's unique. How much money would someone have to pay you to sit in that seat? I feel like you get possessed if you sit there. Like, honestly,
I was gonna say, there's no amount of money that could make me turn against my Lord and Savior. So, no, I wouldn't do it.
You know, a lot of people in Queens right now, their Lord and Savior is purple.
And that's what's wrong with this country.
And when you make statements like that, you affect an entire community, Lisa.
Oh, well.
Affect the entire community of grimace-loving believers.
I won't judge you. You don't judge me. That's okay.
Believers in New York and Queens. Okay.
All right. It's a foul for me. What's next?
Who are rooting around one guy to save their season.
Yeah, look. And if anyone thinks I'm being overly dramatic, I will never forget the weird bonfire Grimace effigy that they had in like July. Okay, guys, we've been covering this for a while, so go back to that episode and or Google that or TikTok it or something, because the shit got weird in Queens. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, what's next?
By the way, I say fair. I love this, but before I go on, I need to show you this TikTok, and I know you hate it when I show you TikToks, but this is crazy. I need to pull it up. Are you aware of the Black Sabbath? Like, Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, you showed me this.
What?
You sent it to me.
The McDonald's one?
Yeah.
Let me see if you can see.
Nightmare fuel.
Just wait. Guess who's there? You'll see him soon.
He's always there. He's always
there. There he is! There he is!
Can't trust him, guys. That's all I'm saying.
All right, the next one. We're going to stay on the Mets train here. Harrison Bader, after a walk-off, I believe, with the Mets. Interesting, Selly. How about, bro, get down, don't hurt yourself? What do you fair or foul on this, Selly?
Hey, it's Harrison Bader.
It's Harrison Bader!
Harrison Bader!
If
you don't know what that's
Xavier
from,
Scruggs.
check our TikTok when we met Harrison Bader and Pete Alonso and all the people at Pete Alonso's charity event. It was really fun. They're doing great work.
Shout out Polar Bear, you're the best.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. He's fine.
Shout out Xavier Scruggs, by the way. He's the one who is. It's Harrison Bader.
He hit that high note. That man's got some lungs.
Hey, brother, he should go into opera, man. He's got something.
No, I mean, this is fair. Yeah, that's actually kind of impressive. Like, that's good balance.
That's great balance. Athlete, dude. Athlete.
Yeah, I see no issue here.
I think it's fair as well.
And
I'm rocking with it.
But it does make me question, where does he get the confidence? Where does he get this balance? Why are his arms outstretched like this? We have to be paying attention to these things, people, okay? The signs, they're there. They're all around us.
Get your tinfoil hat for this documentary.
Fair.
All right, I say fair as well. Now, let's go. Paul Skeens hitting his best Rizzler impersonation. You familiar with the Rizzler and the Costco guys? We bring the boom.
because
bring
you
the boom
forced
to
me
you.
into this. This is not my side of the internet.
We
okay?
bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We
Yes.
bring the boom to you.
Yeah, got it. I know them. I'm aware.
You know about the Rizzler?
Yeah, I heard. I'm not. I
You
don't.
gotta hit your impression. You gotta hit your impression.
My impression?
Of the you gotta hit the Rizzler face.
I don't even know how to, I don't have like hair here.
Do you see the Rizzler? He's a 6-year-old or 8-year-old child. He doesn't have hair on his face either.
That's true. I'm just saying you had like stubble.
Yeah, I know, it's great. 5 o'clock shadow on his iron jawline
dude,
of mine.
Like okay, controversial take. I do not care about Livy Dunn. And
This has nothing to do with Livy Dunn.
you literally said Rizzler rizzed up Livy Dunn.
Yeah, but this has nothing to do with
It
Livy.
says it in the note. I'm reading the
I know.
note. You set me up.
Yeah, you brought up Livy. You brought up Livy first this time. I didn't do it.
I don't care about Livy. I'm tired of hearing about Paul Skeens. I don't care about these Costco guys. Like nothing
Dude, you
about
stink.
this story.
You're a terrible person.
It's okay. It's fine. I own that. Nothing about any of this like is that any part
How
of
do you not hold on, let me pull up the Rizzler's face. How do you not look at the Rizzler? Is he not rizzing you up right now?
He is not. Mainly because or not mainly, but yeah, mostly because he's what, 10? Like, what are you talking about? No, he's not rizzing me up.
mainly. 90% of the reason. No, but he's not. He's not.
But he's like a child. What are you talking about?
He hits you with this. You're not like buying him anything he wants at Walmart.
No, he's no. If anything, if a child hits me with this, I'm gonna be like, "Where is your mother? Go in time out. Like, who are you? What?" Here's the thing, folks. I'm just too old for this. Okay, I'm not. I'm no longer a spring chicken. I cannot be.
Dude, no one's too old for
persuaded.
Costco guys in the Rizzler. And you watch out because the Rizzler has shooters. He can come and get you.
What does that mean?
He doesn't play around.
Okay.
No skibbity.
Well, what?
Fair.
I'm so confused.
Fair.
Found all this. Leave me alone.
Fair.
I'm too old for this.
Paul Skeens
I'm
is
too
rocking
old.
with it, so it's fair. All right.
whatever.
We both said okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look at next week's matchups that we got going on.
All right, well,
Anything-
we've already talked about a lot of them, I think, when we were talking about, you were so nice to bring up who everyone's playing that's of import.
What's the midweek game, midweek match of the midweek series, midweek game of the week for the midweek?
Phillies Brewers for me, I think
Yep.
is going to be, it's a good one. That's basically a preview into some postseason. Yankees Mariners could be interesting too, potentially.
Sneaky
because
Tigers Royals. Sneaky Tigers Royals.
Sneaky Tigers and the Royals.
Did you say Twins Guardians?
I did not, because I don't think it is.
Well, some good baseball midweek. We'll
Some
get
good
to see
baseball,
that.
for sure.
Let's look at the weekend
Hey.
series.
Dodgers Marlins. Don't sleep on that.
I'm sleeping.
Weekend.
I'm sleeping nice and cozy on that one.
Get your full 8 hours on that one.
I've got my freaking nightcap and a lantern out for that. I'm sleeping good. All right, weekend series. Here we go. What do we got? Mets Phillies. That's good.
Oh, what is your weekend? Mets Phillies.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Orioles Tigers could be solid too. Like anything Tigers. I'm on Tigers watch right now just because.
I mean, no, Orioles Tigers could be good because, like you said, the Tigers are sneaky and the Orioles. I mean, they need it. We talked about
They
that.
gotta turn it on, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then another one, Diamondbacks and Brewers. I mean, we've got some previews into the postseason this week, so that'll be really interesting. Braves are going to be taking it easy over in Miami, hopefully. So that's going to be more competition for the Mets. Can they hold it down? Will the power of Grimace give them a leg up in this race? Who knows?
They're going to be at home. Phillies at Mets, so Grimace will be in attendance. And maybe that's why they put the seat in their stadium, because they needed a little bit of oomph for the Phillies to come to town.
Could you imagine, like, having a ticket for that game already and then finding out that you're sitting next to Grimace?
Do you think Grimace will sit in that seat? You think it's like reserved for him, or you think it's just a seat? I don't think it's reserved.
I don't know. I think he might make an appearance in that seat.
Oh,
yeah.
he's always there. But, I will say, I think if you're a normal citizen and you buy a ticket in the Grimace seat, you have to show up in a Grimace outfit. Like in a Grimace
Dear
suit.
God.
You have to. You can't be a normal guy in the Grimace seat.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be like that guy with the dad bod who had his like
Yeah.
5-year-old dog.
Hell yeah, that was electric. All right, let's go ahead and do primetime picks and get on home. Primetime picks, these are the standings. I'm 25-24, fighting for my life to stay over 500. Lisa, we got what is it? This week, next week, and the next
No.
week. We got 3 left, Lisa. 3 left.
No.
And we don't have the Fox one anymore because they're showing college football now. So we only got ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
I'm gonna go with the Mets. I'm gonna go with the Mets here. Because of my terror, because of my fear. Like Gerrit Cole, I'm gonna let my fear control me, and I'm gonna say the Mets.
Let me see what the Mets are in their last 10 here.
You're really trying hard now.
They're 6-4. The Phillies are 7-3.
I think the Phillies, they know they're gonna be on top. They're not worried. I think the Mets got a lot to prove. They're at home. They're gonna be harnessing the power of their fans and the purple guy.
It's a rivalry, though. You never take it easy in a little rivalry. I think I'm gonna go
That's true.
Mets. I'm gonna go Mets because that's where my heart is.
Okay.
And
Gotta follow your heart.
they're in New York, so could be,
All right.
could be.
We'll have to see. But
Other
I'm
than
rooting for
that-
the Mets.
That's all I got for you guys. A very interesting show. Very interesting show. I think it was the best. This is top
know.
50 show we've ever done.
Yeah, I mean top 50 for sure. I think the Grimace talk, I'm not gonna lie, I'm giving myself notes. I think it went a little too far, but we're here to have fun. We're
Like
here to just be girls.
you attacked him a little too hard, or
No, I just think I don't want to off-put people in the audience. If they like him, then I don't want to alienate viewers.
yeah. See, I hit you with some real talk when I said you're alienating a whole community of believers.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe
you
know,
did.
and that's a good message for everyone. Maybe take a look at yourself in the mirror, see who you're becoming when you get
I do it every
obsessed with
morning.
something. When you let your love of hatred fuel you to make a documentary of such a fascinating cartoon character, and I emphasize cartoon character, not a creature.
Okay.
A creature
Well,
is a ill word to use. Maybe a cartoon character with thoughts, feelings, emotions.
Look, we're just two girlies gabbing about some balls.
I am not a girly. I am a muscular, strong, handsome man.
Right. Okay.
That's what my mom tells me.
All right, well, I think that's the show. Thank you guys if you stuck it out this far. We appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts on Grimace, you have to let us know, or on anything else we talked about. Please feel free to put it in the comments below. Like, subscribe. If you're not already subscribed and you made it this far, I don't know what you're doing at this point. Please subscribe. We appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching.
Boom! That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you.
this
We
song
bring the
five?
boom. The boom for everyone. We bring the boom. Your favorite father and son.
Tonight. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different.